What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another day to Kennel League action. We're joined by Carter W. Jr., got Raymond Lyons, Wilson Tucker Jr. First game of the day, we had Tombs. Title was kind of misleading. They held off Papa 88 to 76, but around the 7-minute mark of this game, Tombs went on a hellacious run, timed by Primo Spears, which I'm gonna let these two gentlemen talk about the show he just put on. Carl, let's start with you and then Ray.
Yeah, pretty much still pretty much continue what he started yesterday. No one can guard him. 1-on-1. 50, score from pretty much anywhere. And he's not afraid in the moment, man. He got challenged today. Papa, everybody in the area know how Andrew Washington play. He tries to take your soul. He tries to punk you. He tries to bully you. But on top of that, he has game, and that's what overwhelms a lot of guys. But the youngest on the team wasn't rolling. Primo Spears, Will Thomas is another one out of Morgan State, and they answered the bell. Those two threes that he hit on Andrew Washington late in the game killed all that talk, man. All that got shut up, man. And that's what you do, man. That's what you do when someone's trying to like mentally intimidate you, physically intimidate you. That's how you shut all that up. You just stay within your game and play your game. And when it was kind of a close game with Papa, they was down like six. Primo put it on his shoulders, hit those two bombs, and Papa never really recovered, man. You know what I mean? And also I gotta give a shout out to Rob Montgomery, who played at Central Michigan overseas and all that. Drew really took it to him, pushed him out of bounds, trying to bully him elbows, and he didn't even respond. He just hooped his shots, dunked the ball, and even guarded Drew just to let him know I'm still here. You know what I mean? He's just like, look, man, you're gonna do all that. I'm not gonna bail you out by retaliating and getting kicked out the game. No, you're gonna have to deal with me, and we're gonna get this W, man. So they like the first team I've seen kind of withstand the mental barrage that Drew throws at them. Everybody else kind of got been out of shape a little bit, and then it took them out that game. They didn't allow it, and they got a win, which was impressive, man. Toon's tough, man. And keep in mind, they're doing this without Brandon Murray. They undefeated this weekend. Brandon Murray, what I heard, he's on vacation out of Georgetown. They're gonna be held to deal with when playoffs come, man. Because with those three dudes, like I said, that's 20 plus with each of them in the summer league game at any time. That's a lot of production. You got Rob Montgomery, who's been an X factor for them, man. You know what I mean? So doing the dirty work, getting double doubles, guarding the big, guarding guards, still hitting from outside, run the floor. Uh, Look, they're a well-oiled machine, man, and to me that was the difference in the game. They played more cohesive, whereas Papa, they were scattered all around, especially when Toombs didn't go nowhere when the mental barrage and the mental games came from Drew. They stood up to him, and it's essentially what we saw back in the day with like the Bulls and the Pistons. The Pistons would hit them, and then the Bulls would retaliate or whatnot. But once they learned how to retaliate and play ball, they broke the Pistons, and that's what you saw today.
Right.
Yeah, man. Just to piggy off Cardell, that was the thing I was most impressed with them when being able to withstand the mental games and the physicality from Papa. That's just what they do, man. They frustrate people. They get them off their square, and then they attack. Um, but Tunes wasn't having it. Primo Spears was here for everything. SpongeBob was trying to throw at him, and he answered the call. He responded, and they got the W. He outplayed them. So yeah, that was really impressive, man. And it's good to see, him be aggressive without forcing the issue, and playing erratically. He was still aggressive, but I didn't see him take one shot that made me think, why would he take that shot? They were all good shots, within his game and rhythm. He created space and got the way he wanted to go, and he was just unstoppable today. What wasn't nothing they could do with him, and yeah, it was just a total team effort from Toombs. And that's what it takes to withstand that, because like Ardell said, that's how Papa wins their games. They get you out of character. They frustrate you. They get you flustered, and then it's a wrap. We saw it a couple weeks ago when it was a close game. SpongeBob started talking, and the other team couldn't withstand it. And then on top of that, he's talking, but he's also still playing basketball. So on top of him talking trash, you got to deal with him, making plays and doing everything else. So that was an impressive win from Toombs today.
Yeah, I think you guys laid it out perfectly. Y'all listed all the reasons to why, like you guys said a couple weeks ago, they're gonna be an extremely tough out. Bro, that's a whole lot to deal with. And again, Carter, like you mentioned, Murray wasn't here. We know what he brings to the table. I just like their response during that run, like that 7 minute mark when they went on. It was on both too. I thought they did a great job during little sections of the game where they just locked down. I like their ball pressure for a good chunk of the game too. You talked about the Montgomery kid, Cardell. I thought like it's like kind of like the unsung hero. Where he does literally a little bit of everything, like it can give you work offensively too. Um, they're just a lot to deal with. It was weird because like you guys talked about with Papa, they had a stretch where Zay Hurst really got going, and then like they kind of went away from him for a little bit, what have you. Meanwhile, too, like it was the opposite. Someone had it going, they got the ball a little bit more. We saw just like I think the last time I was here, no matter who they have on the floor when they're missing whatever, kind of their big guns almost everybody on Zoom. We saw have different moments during that game. So it's just a good win. Player of the game, the X Factor. Ray, will start with you. Player of the game.
Do I even need to say it? Primo Spears, man, put on an absolute show. Went to work. Don't even have to get into detail about that. He made his mark today.
Cardell.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with a co-player of the game. I know Primo got high hit some balls late, but Will Thomas was unconscious throughout the entire game, man. He ain't missed nothing all. And he was talking trash. That's why I love sitting baseline. Like people may not know, it was one time Drew stepped up trying to pressure him, and he took his time, went through him, felt the contact, went through him. He came back down the court and literally said, like, yeah, he really can't guard me, dog. I was playing with him. I've been half speed, still got by him. I know now he can't guard. Like, they were barking back, man. And that's what I'm saying. It wasn't, but they still played within themselves, man. But those two, because he was unconscious. Like, he didn't really miss till the very end of the game. Like, that, when the game was in hand. That's when he started missing. But once again, he's been Mr. Consistent for them, man. So I gotta give shout out to both of them. He carried them through the game, and then Spears closed the game.
X Factor.
This was a crier of the wolf for me because I went with actually Will Thomas and Montgomery. You know, for we y'all talked about Rob Montgomery earlier. Blue guy did the dirty work, and Will Thomas for the reasons Cardell just stated. Man, he was just kind of there the whole game, like under the radar. Because Primo had the highlight plays, but Will Thomas was right there every time they needed something on either end. He was there to contribute. So yeah, I gave those guys had those guys share the award.
Yeah, for me, it's Rob Montgomery. He did all the dirty work and all that, but I like how he took the challenge with Drew physically. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes those are the little things that people may not play basketball don't understand how big that is to help you get over the hump and win games just by somebody physically standing up to somebody. And that's what he did. Got pushed out of bounds, whatever. I've seen a lot of dudes shy away from him once that happens. Overreacting and all that. And he ain't go nowhere. Was barking back and came back and guarded Drew. And actually did a reasonable good job, man. He didn't allow him to get off. But then had a couple of dunks, hit a couple of jumpers, got some keyboards. Was an extra, guard to kind of ball handler to break the press when they try to press him cross turnovers. He did all the intangible things to make sure they win this game, man. And that's key, especially when he's playing with the guards that he's playing with. That's gonna put up a lot of shots. A lot of guys will fade on him, stop competing because they're not getting the shots that they want. So he knows how to adapt this game, which shows me he's a basketball player, man, and that's why he had the career he did in college, and that's why he's a pro. He understands how to play.
All right, that wraps up. Our conversations about the first game of the day. Have four more left. We'll see you guys soon.